Muggy day out here. Air's gonna feel thick on the Echo bike today. All right, what's going on, everybody? We're back. Gonna be pretty much full training day today. You guys seemed to like the longer video style last time. Got some decent feedback on it and kind of blew up in terms of my YouTube channel. So 600 plus views for me is good at this point. So gonna be another full training today. Today is Saturday, so typically for me on Saturdays I'll just do whatever I missed throughout the week, but I didn't miss anything this week. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down real quick. All right, like I was saying, typically Saturdays I do whatever I missed throughout the week, and then usually just come up with some stuff. But I didn't miss anything this week, so today is going to be completely programmed by me, which is good because I spend the whole week working on weaknesses, and that is definitely fun, especially if you're in the right mindset. I feel like most CrossFitters enjoy working on their weaknesses. You really feel like you're making progress, getting better, but sometimes it's also fun to do the stuff you are good at. So definitely going to have a little bit more of a bias towards that today. Definitely a ton of gymnastics stuff in here today, which is where I thrive, but also including some stuff that I would consider weaknesses, but sometimes it's fun to pair those things together. Makes it a little bit more fun to work on them sometimes. So that's what we're going to be doing for most of today. I've just been hammering the barbell this week, tons of barbell cycling, so I'm pretty beat down. Don't have a ton of volume today in terms of pieces, but the pieces I do have are going to be a little bit longer, so overall it'll be a pretty full day. I just finished up a go wad a couple minutes ago, so now I'm just going to start really warming up the specific movements, talking about this workout we're going to start with today. So we're going to start with 5 sets, 15 calorie Echo bike, 9 chest to bar, 12 thrusters at 115, 9 chest to bar, 15 calorie Echo bike, 3-minute rest between sets. So the goal for this is to keep those sets pretty even, maybe even shoot for negative splits across 5 sets. That is kind of asking a lot because these are going to be pretty taxing sets. But when you have 30 Echo bike calories in there, there's really a lot of opportunity to manipulate the speed of your set. So not going to sandbag any of the rounds. If the goal was only negative splits, I could obviously sandbag the first couple and just get faster throughout. But I want to hit these with full intensity, have a longer-ish rest period in there, so 3 minutes between sets, because I want to keep the intensity up, make sure you can hit everyone as intended. This is a really good one to practice transitions. Also, you know, in any kind of competition, whether it's an online qualifier or in person, typically people really like Fran variations, so this is very practical, like something that could come up. Maybe not the 5 sets with the intervals, using those intervals to practice good pacing and staying intentional throughout the working sets. Transfer well to that kind of workout in a competition. So that's going to be what we're hitting first today. Like I said, I'm going to start warming up the more specific movements. Go ahead and get into it. This is how it goes. This is how we make the drive. Alright, about ready to get started. Like I said, goal is going to be kind of to get faster throughout. Hopefully the times reflect that, but if we can at least keep them close, I'd be happy. Originally I wrote this with pegboards instead of chest to bar, and it was just 1 pegboard instead of 9 chest to bar, but I ended up not going to Momentous today, so that's why I changed it. I think this one will be just as fun. Main couple things I'm going to be thinking about is just holding a maintainable pace, fast transitions, try to keep thrusters unbroken. Shouldn't be a problem, but let's go ahead and get into it. 10 seconds. Alright, first set, pretty okay. This thrusters definitely feel kind of heavy, especially for the first couple. It gets a little bit better midway through, and then of course gets a little worse towards the end too. So didn't push the bike too much on that one, so like I said, it's going to kind of be the throttle for this workout. I'm going to creep up on it, see how much I can up the pace without having the other stuff fall apart. So good first set, let's keep moving. right, it was a little bit fast on that one. So as of right now, the goal is achievable, but definitely felt a lot faster than the first one. So we'll see how it gets. We get into 4 and 5, see if we can keep those negative. But camera battery's a little low, so probably not gonna record much in these middle rounds, but I'll talk to you guys again towards the end. So, all right guys, about to go into the 5th set. I've gone negative so far, but I have to go sub 3 in this last one to do it. So those thrusters are getting rough. That's what it is. Try to just pick it up even if I fail. So let's do it. All right, people, just finished up. So I did 310, 307, 303, 3. So I had to go sub 3 for the 5th set to be negative splits across the board. 5 minutes. So went full Patrick Vellner. Absolutely hit the biggest wall I've felt in a while. Completely blew up. It was really just the legs. My legs did not want to move the bike or the thrusters, especially the thrusters. Done a ton of squatting this week. I did about 1 million pistols yesterday. Ton of bike erg stuff. So legs just smoked. Honestly, those first 4 sets though, I'm super proud of that. I knew 5 was gonna be a lot for this workout, especially if the goal is negative splits and you're not sandbagging any of them. Even though I said it, I was kind of just talking out of my ass because I really didn't even think I would be able to get 4 going negative. So the goal wasn't to blow up in the last one, but I'm really happy with those first 4. It's good work, especially at the end of the week. And then now I'm about to get into some bench press. So like I said, still doing some things that I don't like and I would consider weaknesses on Saturdays. Bench is definitely one of those things. In both those categories, I'm bad at it and I hate doing it. But ever since they put it in quarterfinals last year, it's been kind of a more popular thing in CrossFit. People are starting to do it more, which means it's gonna start to show up more. And it's good to be well-rounded as much as I don't like it. So just gonna do some 5x5 building across the set. And then we'll come back later for a couple different EMOMs. But let's go ahead and start moving some weight, some very lightweight. All right, like I said, benching, not a strength. So we're starting at 155, just gonna do 5x5, build across the sets. Nothing crazy, not take huge jumps. All right, folks, make sure we're in focus here. That's all I got for session 1. Gonna go home. Definitely gonna need to eat. Let my legs recover a little bit. And then we'll come back for a couple EMOMs. I will see you guys. A couple hours for me, a couple seconds for you. Peace. All right, back for session 2. Gonna start with a 40-minute EMOM. Minute 1, 14 calorie row. Minute 2, 14 GHDs. Minute 3, 35 heavy double unders. Minute 4, 7 bar muscle ups. Shouldn't need too much of a warm up for this. You kind of ease into it anyway, plus it's session 2, so it's not like I just woke up. Typically with these, I would probably have most of the movements take up about 40 to 45 seconds of the minute, and then maybe one movement that's gonna take less than 30 seconds, just so you have a little bit of a recovery minute in there. For this one, the row will probably take close to 40, 45 seconds. And then everything else should be around 30 seconds, maybe even a little bit less. Maybe a little over on the GHDs towards the end when they start to slow down. Just because it's the end of the week, just trying to get some volume in these movements. This should be pretty grippy in the row, heavy double unders, and bar muscle ups. So that's kind of the intended stimulus and feel today for this workout. But yeah, like I said, just gonna go maybe through a short little warm up. Just make sure I'm feeling okay with everything, and then we'll get started. Okay, I really didn't do much of a warm up, but go 10 seconds. chest bar earlier. All right, about halfway through. Nothing is physically, like fitness-wise, that bad. Hold on, I gotta row. Fitness-wise, nothing's bad, but it is very humid, and my hands are already raw from earlier. So the bar muscle ups kind of suck every time. Hands hurt really bad, but it's good practice. Just jumping up, just messing with my kip a little bit. So I'm losing time to show you guys this. I just have to slow down at the bottom every time, making it a little bit harder to get back up, but not like to the point where I can't do it, but just a little bit less efficient than I'm used to being. Also, I know you guys probably want to see my handsome face while I'm doing bar muscle ups, but I'm pretty sure I would eat that wood if I face the other way. I don't know, honestly. It seems like enough room, but the only way to test it is to eat wood. I might rip before the end of this. Last minute, 7 bar muscle ups. I feel like I'm very close to ripping, but try not to. Whew, all right. Hands made it through. I thought for a minute I was pretty close to ripping just because of how it felt, but I think they're just raw. Nothing's about to give, so that's good. That was a good one, honestly. Not really hard at any point. Nothing fitness-wise got bad. And it even wasn't as grippy as I thought it was gonna be. Towards the end, especially on the heavy double unders, on my left hand, I have a really hard time keeping my thumb on the heavy rope. I've never had that problem with any other kind of dubs, but good work for that. Just good sweat, get some volume in, finish the week. Got one more EMOM. I'm gonna do a 10-minute EMOM, 2 wall walks, and then a recovery ski for the rest of the minute. I've noticed recently that my overhead pressing endurance is kind of a big weakness. Skill-wise, like on handstand walks, and even wall walks, as a skill, doing a singular one, I've become a lot more efficient at them. I feel way more comfortable, but I don't have the shoulder endurance that I feel like I should have at this level. So basically, just gonna do the standard Hinshaw weakness work. So 2 wall walks, nothing that's gonna be crazy taxing, but it will start to blow up my shoulders a little bit as we get through it. And then immediately onto that recovery ski. So my shoulders are gonna be pushing for the whole 10 minutes. But I'm gonna ski as slow as I possibly can, teach my shoulders to recover while still moving. Eventually that picks up into faster ski, and then eventually that picks up into just being able to crank wall walks and recover while you're doing them. So it's kind of the purpose of this. I've done similar things like 10-minute EMOM, 5 clean and jerks at 135, have to be touch and go. And then the whole rest of the minute, you just do PVC pipe clean and jerks. You have to be moving the whole time, but obviously you're gonna try to recover on the PVC clean and jerks, go as slow as you want. You just have to stay moving. Teaches you to kind of recover while you're still going through those movement patterns. And then eventually, I mean, in theory, eventually you'd be able to do touch and go clean and jerks at 135 for 10 minutes straight. But obviously it doesn't work that well. But it does get you better at recovering through movement. So just gonna get straight into this one. I'm obviously super warm after that 40-minute EMOM. Good one to end the day. I would typically do some zone 2 at the end of Saturday, just like 45 minutes on a bike erg. But my dad and my grandpa and me are gonna go ride motorcycles after this, so I'll be busy doing cool guy shit. Let's get into it. All right, also, don't think I said this, but gonna crank the dampener way down, put it on watts, so my ego doesn't take over. Don't try to hit a certain number of calories or anything. Yeah, whole purpose of the ski is just to stay moving, not ski fast, Just go as slow as you want and just let your shoulders learn how to flush fatigue while still moving. Here we go.
I can take your hand and let's just dance and pretend there ain't nobody around. And tonight there ain't nobody else in town.
All right, that is all, folks. That one went pretty well. I mean, not a ton that can go wrong in that, but form broke down a little bit. Just going through it only because it's so humid and I'm drenched that the wall walk's got a little sketchy. I didn't want to like have my hand slip or something. So probably the second half, maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes, I was taking an extra step than I wanted to, just because the bigger steps that I've been practicing were a little sketchy with my hands being so sweaty. But again, that's all good practice for situations that are gonna come up in workouts. So this is the second full day video. And again, it was a little bit different than a typical day. On Saturdays when I'm writing for myself, I tend to do a lot more metcons than strength pieces. But last full day was almost all strength. Today was a interval and EMOM day. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Seriously, let me know if you guys like the longer videos, the full days. Yeah, like I said, do all the good things, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.